Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
At all. All right, y'all. So look, the code language conversation. We talking about shame and bullying. Let me sit up and get right. We talking about shame and bullying for the code language conversation, man. It's necessary. We in a time like where everybody is told, like, you know, the school system, they want to stop the bullying and keep it bully free. And there's a such thing as cyberbullying, where people type so many words about you that it drive you to want to, you know, do something crazy. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm from a different time where, like, not being able to handle stuff like that, like, you was just looked at as like soft. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of things that get people canceled, or a lot of things that are vilified behaviors these days, the people who vilify that shit, they used to be on the wrong side of it. They used to be the ones being told to toughen the fuck up. Like, now, the people who are tough, or the people who are masculine, or the people who are blunt, the people who are honest, the people who are direct, those type of people often are the people who are being pacified, or attempts are being made to pacify those types of people. You know, and shaming and bullying, I believe, need to make a comeback. You know, I remember kids being overweight in middle school and getting joked on, and by the time we graduated from high school, they were physically fit. I remember other kids that were overweight in middle school getting joked on, and by the time we graduated high school, they was 300 pounds. So what I'm saying is, bullying is gonna make or break you early. And we all in life, everybody gonna take L's. In life, everybody is gonna take L's. There's no way around it. If you make any attempts at being successful at anything, in order to try to win, you take the risk of losing. And in order to become a winner, you probably had a bunch of losses, bunch of failures, a lot of practice, a lot of curating, a lot of crafting, right? So we all, L's are unavoidable. Completely unavoidable. But when shame and bullying were in play, and all of this soft shit weren't going on in our society, people were able to fail in controlled environments, and they were able to fail fast, and they were able to identify themselves young. And when I say identify, I'm not talking about gender specification and all that other shit. I'm talking about understanding if you a man or a mouse. Like, example, I started playing full contact football. When I was just making 7 years old. Helmet, shoulder pads, leg pads, full contact football. I played that all the way up in the high school. Full contact football. Cool. Every single season of my life, I shit you not, you able to weed out who's who in the pecking order amongst men. At that time, boys, and then eventually into young men. But in football practice, you learn quick. Some people on the team hit extremely hard. Some people on the team ain't really trying to get too physical. They more like skill players trying to be cutesy, sexy. Niggas ain't trying to really get they don't want no trouble for real. They don't really want no action for real. And you will see, like, when it's time to do tackling drills, head up, or it's time to do them 3-on-3 hitting drills, and it's the first or second day of pads for the season, and it's finna get real violent in practice. You have people that'll be in line, and across on the other side to be the line of the other guy. So you come up to the front of the line, whoever on the other side of the line, that's who you in the drill with. It'll be people counting heads to see who they gonna match up with. And if it was somebody who they ain't want no smoke with, they'll try to like move to the back of the line, see if they could get in front of somebody. Just whole shit going on. You know what I mean? And I used to shame people for that. Like somebody asked me, like, hey, G, let me get in front of you. I'd be like, for what? No, just let me get in front of you in line. Man, for what? And then I look across and see it's somebody that's really cracking on the other side and they don't want no smoke. I shame my teammate. Hey, bro, stop being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell my teammate, man. Stop being a bitch. Get your ass to the front of this line, man. Go get some of that action. This shit ain't gonna win us no games. This scary ass shit you on. That's your teammate. You don't want no smoke with him. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the ops come through here? You see what I'm saying? So like bullying and shaming, I feel like they're tools. Can these tools be used for good? Yes. Can these tools be used for bad? Yes. But they're tools, and I think shame and bullying are two things that get used negatively the vast majority of the time. But shame, you can shame somebody into changing their life for the better. You can. It's this thing called tough love that's going away. Like we moved away from tough love and moved into gentle parenting. Everybody want their fucking ego to get a massage. Everybody want their self-esteem to be brought into consideration when it's time to sit down and talk about some real shit going on. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit down as black folks and talk about the obesity problem in America because 82% of the motherfuckers in the room is obese. And we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. How do we ever address anything? How do we ever resolve anything? How do we ever correct anything if we can never actually sit at the table and talk about what it is? See, that's the problem with this sensitive shit. And that's why I think shame and bullying need to make a comeback, because it makes it very clear who's who. And we can identify it early. Let's get it out the way. Because if you're not built for the voyage, get off the boat while we still at the dock. Don't start tweaking when we out in the open water. You see what I'm saying? Do it while we on land, shorty. So I feel like shame and bully, because listen, you talking to somebody, I never bullied nobody. I never bullied anybody. But I also never been bullied. I've never been bullied in my life. I ain't been bullied. The closest thing you could say I came to getting bullied is giving somebody a pass. That's not getting bullied, giving somebody a pass. I know what I do to you, but right now, and you know what I do to you, but for some reason right now you don't care. And do I want to risk having to go to, at that age, probably juvenile detention center or some shit like that, or have some reckless ass amount of community service hours for breaking my foot knee deep off in your ass? Do I really want to do this right now? You know what I'm saying? Because buddy talking cash shit. Am I just going to let this shit slide? You know what I mean? That's the closest, but I ain't never. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do that. Fuck you talking about? Ain't no bullying over here. And some people, they just be shrimps, man. They just be like, we used to call like all this. Listen, me personally, I think people should go to therapy if it's going to be beneficial to them. Do I think everybody needs therapy? No, I don't think there's a recipe that suits or helps everybody at all of any kind. I mean, shit, you got old school herbal remedies that certain people can't use because they're allergic to two of the ingredients. Like, there's no one size fits all for anything, but I do believe mental health is a real thing. I do believe people should go seek therapy if they're a person who feel like they need it and shit like that. I do. But I also do believe in survival of the fittest. I also believe in the laws of nature. And at the end of the day, whether you got mental health issues or not, life is sink or swim. Life is sink or swim. And when bullying exists, they let you know what type of they let you know early whether or not you need a life vest. They let you know early whether or not you need a life vest. You know what I'm saying? And shit, some bullying go a lot of different ways. Some people just completely fold to the bully. Some people get active and never get bullied again. And then some people develop courage, get bullied for a semester, get bullied for one school year. They come back sophomore year. You know, they've been doing push-ups all summer. They want his ass to say something to him on the first day of school. Motherfucker come in the cafeteria, try to take your slice of pizza, you tee off on this shit. Ha! I've been waiting on you, bitch ass boy. Bullying show you what's what. And guess what? If you avoid bullying at a young age, it's gonna be bullies everywhere you go when you get grown. Oh yeah. I come from a corporate background. It don't get no more gangster. All that flags y'all wearing and throwing up hand signals, that ain't gangster. Get in the corporate office. Go sit in them boardrooms, long table, mahogany. Yeah, sit down in them big ass chairs, projector screens and shit, and sit down and watch them numbers go up, and you start seeing niggas talking about billions of dollars. Different conversations. Them gangsters. Those are gangsters. You thought you was gangster. Go high level corporate. Getting a meeting about some quarterly projections and some big scalability. Getting them scale meetings. Y'all niggas don't want to have no conversations, man. You gotta. Hey, listen. You need to know early. Shaming and bullying. If somebody can shame you and you the type of person that take that shame and weaponize it and go correct some shit. Like I used to love the TV show when we was young, the Ricky Lake shit, From Geek to Chic and all that. Motherfucker go clean himself up, lose 200 pounds, go get in shape and shit, come back and tell the little female that used to curve him, folk come walking out with the business suit on, yeah, look at me now, motherfucker, look at me now. Or the little female come back, she done lost 200 pounds, and she done got right and shit, and she come out there with her little hair down and shit, and she smiling in his face. You don't remember me, do you? Yeah, I'm unrecognizable. I done went and leveled the fuck up so crazy. Don't let the shame break you. But people talk about shame and bullying like the tools did something. It's what a hammer is just a hammer. You can go make a piece of furniture or you can go commit a crime. A hammer is just a hammer. Shame is a tool. Bullying is a tool. So I wanted to do this code language because I thought it was imperative to bring this perspective back out into the forefront because we in the participation trophy era. And I'm sick of this soft shit, to be blunt. If we just keeping it all the way a trillion, I'm sick of this soft ass shit. So yeah, I think that the tools of shame and bullying need to come back out the toolkit, and I think we need to get active. But yeah, man, that's all I got for the question. For the code language, man. That's all I got.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Harden my heart and now harden the flow. They don't